The purpose of this video is to show you how to place an advert on Spareroom. So we're using spareroom.co.uk, and you have a choice of whether you want to place an advert for a room to rent, a whole property to let, or a room wanted if you're somebody who's looking for a room. Up on the top right hand side you'll see the login screen, and in here you'll be asked to present the screen with your username and password that you've already registered on the Spareroom website. So I've already entered those. I'm going to just select login. This then brings you into the welcome screen of Spareroom, and you'll see there's a dark blue menu bar up the top, and the second last option in there is to place advert, so I'm just going to select that. And here then you'll see the rooms to rent, whole property to let, so that would be the case of a studio or a one bed flat, and also the room wanted option. So we're going to be advertising for a room in a shared property, so I'm going to select that. You'll then be brought into a series of 6 steps so that you can start to put your ads together. So this will be things like details about the property, the number of rooms in the house and the number of rooms you have to let, the current housemates, what you want out of a potential housemate, price of the room, and also give you the opportunity to add photos and videos if you so choose. So the first option is how many rooms you have to rent. So you're allowed up to 12 in one go, but for this purposes we've just got 1 room for rent. The size and type of property, well, it's a 4-bed house, and Spareroom will automatically calculate the number of occupants based on a per person per room basis. So it says 3. Obviously if you've got couples you'd be adding more occupants in there. And then you'll be asked for the postcode of the property. And then the type of person you are you a live-in or live-out landlord, a current housemate, an agent, or a former housemate? So I'm going to put that I'm an agent and continue. The drop-down list then will vary according to what your postcode states. So it will automatically pick up a particular area. So in this case I'm going to say it's Leicester, and you will be asked to put in the street name. Is there a living room? So a shared living room, in our case there is, so we leave that selected. And then any other amenities that you've got. So this property has parking and a garden. And then I'm just going to continue to the next step. So this then covers a bit more about the room itself. So you'll need to put in the cost of the room and if that's per week or per calendar month. If it's a single or a double bedroom, in our case it's a double. If there's an ensuite, if it's furnished, then select that box. The amount of the security deposit, for us we actually don't take a security deposit, and the date the room is available from. So I'm going to say it's the 25th of September. If you have a minimum stay or a maximum stay, then you should put those in here. So we do 6 months for a minimum stay and no maximum stay. We personally on this property are not considering a short-term let, and it is available 7 days a week. We will require references, and fees do apply. In this case we have no deposit, but we do apply an administration fee. The bills are all included as part of the rent, and there is broadband. So the existing flatmates then, we have 3 non-smokers, so I'll leave the smoking as no, but your options are either yes or no. The gender, we have 2 females and 1 male. The occupation, they're all professionals and they have no pets. The age range is from 24 to 28, and English is the predominant language in the property. We don't disclose nationality or sexual orientation, and also we don't put in any interests. Our preference for the new housemate is not to have or to have no smoking. I have no preference on the gender, so I could select if you want an all male or all female property, or you wanted a specific male or female to go in, you could select that. and occupation is professional. We don't want any pets. Minimum age, because we like to keep the properties fairly similar on age range. In this particular property, we're going to go from 23 to 35. And obviously, because we want to have the housemates conversing with each other, we're going to have English as being the predominant language. We are not accepting couples in this property, so we select no. Obviously, if you are looking for couples, then you would select yes. DSS is housing benefit, which we don't take on because we're just looking for young professionals, and we have no preference about if they're vegetarian or not. So continue to the next step. And here you can get to put in a short description, so title and then more about the property itself. So I'm going to select a large room and beautiful home to be the title. I've already written the description, so this gives a bit more information about the property, where it's close to, what the room comes with, the garden area, etc., who the other housemates are going to be. And then you'll be asked for a company name and your name as well. And then if you put in telephone number, and if you want to display that, we recommend it is selected, because then people can obviously contact you via telephone rather than having to go through the Spareroom messaging service. And also it populates the email with the email you've given on the account. You then have an option of how you want to get alerted to any particular matches for your room. So we select just to have an instant email, so as soon as somebody places an ad looking for a room and they're meeting our criteria, we ask to be notified straight away. This then allows us to be able to contact those people immediately if we believe they fit our criteria. It's not always fully correct, but at least it gives you an idea as to if people are going to be suitable or not. So we just need to place the advert. You'll be given a link to your ad, so you can hand this out to anybody maybe that you think might be looking for a room. It'll bring them directly into your particular advert, or if you want to advertise on social media such as Twitter or Facebook. And you'll be prompted to actually add in some photographs. It does give you a video on how to take photographs of the house. So at the moment, spare rooms are allowing up to 9 photographs, and I would suggest where possible you add in as many photographs as you can. I'm just going to select the photographs that I want to put in place. Select open, and you can then add a caption if you want, just explaining maybe a bit more about the room. Select upload files. So I tend to upload the files and then add the captions, but it's not necessary to do it that way. You can do it the other way around. And what you'll see then is it's starting to process those photographs for me. You can see all the photographs are there. If you do want to add a caption, you just type it in and just press save. And if you want to change the order that the photograph appears in, the top one will be the thumbnail for the actual property itself. So that will be the picture that any prospective tenants will see. You also have the option of uploading a video. So if you have a suitable video, you just go in and select, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to be uploading. And once you have that done, your advert will be live and available for everybody to view.